we were mostly dealing with the budget upload issue.
Okay, all right. So, because I sent her that thing, I
I
forwarded
know.
copies one this morning that said I want her to lead that call tomorrow, and like I'm gonna default to her to be able to explain this to Bill.
She did. I mean, we talked earlier about it because she was like, because I called her and I said, hey, can you just add me to it as well? And that's why she added me. And I
Okay.
said, you'll be fine, blah, blah, blah. And she said, okay, I'll just kind of summarize what I put into this email. I said, don't get all nervous. Just tell us what you're finding. I think that's
And
all
this
you
was a
need to
little
do.
bit on purpose that I had
I
her
hear you. No, no,
try
no.
to
I
do
knew
this,
when
right?
you
Because
asked that. Yep, I knew.
yeah, because I feel like it's her area, right? She
It's
should be
it's her
able
soul
to
area. Yeah,
articulate it, right? Like if she
100%.
can't articulate it, then that's a bigger problem, right? Let me go back to her email. So what stood out of her email? I read it a bunch of times this morning, and then I'm like, I got to close this and move on. But let me go to Kathy's email. So the thing about her email, let me go. I gotta find this chat back. Where am I here? Let me share the screen here. So the thing about her email is like, at first I read it and then I read it again. So was it accurate at a rate of 234 and 274? So 234 before it changed to 274, got it. This was based on the months of January, April, and May. And she picked those three because those were only the 3 months where we sold them. Am I reading that right? Like, so she didn't do February, March.
Yeah, I think she said she looked at each month, like when she was telling me, like a quick,
And those are the
overview.
only three that were sold.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, it looks from this analysis that they began charging at the higher rate. That looks like from this analysis that they began charging at the higher rate. I don't know what that means. This PGL 97 total deductions were 39,996. I guess this is cases
Yes.
at the higher rate of 274 or 234. Total sales were 2480. So we sold them 24, but they deducted 39.
Yeah, I was
Cases.
I was actually confused about that.
Yeah, so one of two things is that if she's taking in January into consideration, did they buy the PacWest bought bought those goods in December? Well, then those deductions probably go to last year. So that's an issue in itself. So like if those deductions are coming in January, then maybe they should be going to December.
Mm-hmm.
If the sale was in December, the deduction is happening in January, but they're saying January because they pulled it from the warehouse. You technically could probably move some of those deductions
Back
into
to
last
04.
year,
I mean
right?
24, yeah.
All right, so because this is upside down and not making sense. So this could just be causing this year, just this alone,
Right.
causing this to be over. Because if you take what's the difference? Let me see. If I take
15,000.
39,996 minus 24,080 is 15,000 cases times, I'm going to even do the 234.
Mm-hmm.
That's $37,000. How much are we overspent in this account?
Yeah.
So part of it is probably that.
Some of that spillover, yep.
Some of that needs to go to last year. And that's what she should be coming back and saying, like, okay, as a redistributor, like, I want her to put those pieces together and
Connect
just not
the dots, yeah.
like let out the information, right? But I don't know how much of this, like, you'd have to go look at January's, which I tried to do. So then there's this rate here. I guess these are the number of cases they took at this. So this would tell me that's probably not the case, right? Which doesn't make sense, because if the rate went from 234 up to 274, then I would have expected the delta of these cases to be the January cases. Well, January was probably these cases.
Right, the lower, yeah.
So I don't have all the pieces here to kind of sales for January, April, May. So is she saying in product group, she's saying here the cases are 39,996 for product group 97, but down here it says it's 24070.
Oh,
I don't.
80, yeah.
Oh, these are deductions. So total deductions were okay. So this is not deductions. These are not cases. These are deductions. So no dollar sign on those. Those are dollars. Okay. Okay. So I'm reading that backwards. So this is where I'm like going, wait a minute. Deductions are 39.
Oh,
Okay.
so
So
that
here's the
is,
cases.
yeah. Yep.
So the cases, the sales for, I guess these are the cases. So product group. So nine. Okay. So I don't know. I have a lot of questions, right? Like this is not super clear for me, right? When I read this. And then when I go to this, I get totally lost in this. I'm like, I don't know what this means. I don't know what all this means. So I want her to be able to walk through this. So it's a little bit of a test to see if she can do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not clear on what it is. And I want her to kind of have to sweat it a little bit.
Yep. No, I got
and
you.
I'm not trying to be mean about it. She should, this is not stuff that you and I should have to get into the weeds with.
No,
I shouldn't be on this call. I shouldn't have to be on this call.
No, I know.
You shouldn't be on this call.
Not at all.
Right? She should come back. Here's the findings. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I go. Yeah.
I know.
I mean, look at this. Let me pull this up again. I think I went here to January. And I think if I looked at January, she's saying, I guess this doesn't equal that. So I'm not sure what that's telling me exactly. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, that's hard-coded. Yeah.
I don't know, right? Like, that's hard-coded. I don't know what this is all telling me. She's showing me invoices, which is good because he's going to want to look at invoices. Here's 234.
Yeah.
So if this says it's January, this whole invoice probably, where's my time frame? This whole thing probably can go to last. I don't know what this means. But I guess this is the 362 where she's like, where did the 362 come from? Which I totally get that. But this whole invoice, I think probably can get moved, but that's only like 248.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's just one example of like multiple bazillion invoices. I don't really know.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe all these January ones just need to move to last year. I don't know if there's funds in last year, so she's going to have to be able to answer that.
Mm-hmm.
To move it, she's going to know that on the call. I don't know. This is going to be a good test, I think.
Yeah, and I was telling Caroline, we'll document as much as we can about, the pros and cons too, right? But I think, at the end, the cons are going to overweigh the pros. So, but at least point things out factually, like, hey, we had that call and, I felt like, you were given an opportunity to arm yourself with all the information you needed and you just kind of like spiral. I'm not trying to say that's what's going to happen. I'm hoping not, but
I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to have to.
But those are the things that I have to document, So
right. But like in this instance here, like okay, I've got these from 4/1 to 4/12. So okay, I got $46,000 worth of deductions. I got these cases that they're deducting for $17,000. Now, if I go back to her email. Hang on, let me go back to her email for a second. There's no summary of this here. Maybe it's all part of it, but like, how many cases where is she getting these sales from? Is this from ClickView? These cases? How many cases are they deducting for? She's showing me the total deductions, but it would be interesting to see how many cases they're deducting for, right?
Yep.
So these don't really mean, you're giving me dollars here and you're giving me cases here. Like, I don't know. That's where I'm like going, I don't really know what to do with this information.
Yeah, no, I know. It's not buttoned up
the
way we want.
Total sales here, total sales of cases. Maybe these are the cases. Cases here and deductions were here. So if I take 24,000 cases, I mean, that's why I was spiraling looking at this today, and I was just like, I'm
more
guessing
questions than answers.
Yeah,
I know.
So that'd be 65,000 if they sold 24,000 cases, and I don't know what time frame this is. is this just these 3 months? Is this the whole year? What is this 24,000 cases? I guess sales for April, May. Why did she only do January, April, May? Because there's a lag, right? They're going to sell it to the thing, and then they're going to pull it from the distributor. So she should have just done year-to-date cases. And then she could have done a percentage to say, well, is it 10% they're deducting or 12? I mean, I wanted her to get to that
point
conclusion, right? So anyway, you know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, no, I know.
So all right, I sent the team. They're probably they've already responded with something for the budget file.
Yeah, I talked to them.
Let's see what else. There's a lot of balls in the air right now. A million things. Caroline is out for the next 2 days. You know that, right?
She mentioned something. I didn't know. She's out tomorrow?
Yes, she's out tomorrow and Monday.
Oh, okay. Yep. Is everything okay, or?
Oh, no, she's on vacation.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. She was supposed to take a half day today, but it was 3:00. She still hadn't left, I think.
Oh,
but,
gosh.
And I told Terrence was just asking, like, who has the cell phone? Does anybody use the cell phone?
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I don't even use my cell phone that much, honestly. I mean, sometimes it's nice because
it's just a convenience, but
from a distance. So listen, I said let's keep it for this year because you're like in the weeds with the team, and then maybe next year maybe you don't need it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
whatever.
This year I just said let's just go ahead, and it doesn't cost them that much.
No.
It really doesn't.
But it is convenient at times. But that's all it is. It's not a need. It's a convenience.
Yes, that's me too. Like it's a convenience. Like I could probably.
But shit, I mean, hey, I'll be off the grid then. Then I won't get pulled into it. You know, I'm looking at it when I'm on vacation. So, I'm looking at emails. You know.
Right. There's a plus and a minus to it for sure. Right. So, but for right now, I just asked him to keep it for you for now. Like, I think he was just circling the wagons on where, like, just asking.
Who has what and
who has what? That's all.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. Thanks,
Thank
Lisa.
You. Talk to you later.
Yep.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, go, dude. Let's go, dude. Come on. Here.
Is that yanked?
Here.
It's yanked.
Good, nice. From Ryan. You know, they got disbanded.